ballin'. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab. Brown man when it come back, I'ma give back. My bad when the check hit the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money. I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gonna make you up like.
All right, Coach, it's been a wet and dreary day by the shores of Lake Erie, but we have football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check. Lucky. Run. Hey, we're 33.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. First carry for Nick Chubb. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Single. Watch, regular. Real.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Buying time to us. Now Mayfield lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. After all of the turnover woes that they had last week, another turnover on the first drive of the game.
And when you dive into the analytics of football, it's real simple. If you're down in turnover margin, you're not going to win very many football games. The best teams always rank in the upper part of the league in terms of turnover margin.
And last week's number for them was 5 turnovers. And as you saw, another one there. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. From the gun, Jackson rolling to his right. He's got it. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could happen.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 47 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Good. 180. Let's go. I got one. Check three. Hey, alert. What's that?
They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
The conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage?
Ingram churning. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Myles Garrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. 7-7, our score after one. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. They go with Chubb on second down. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here's Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. He was looking for Landry that time. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Jackson, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Browns take over.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Oh, he shifts past him, and he hits Drake.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd.
And an alley to run. He'll have a 1st down and more past the 20. And they will finally get him down at the 28.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he claps down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the 2nd level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. No room to be had there on the 1st down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. He's already put it on the ground once in this 1st half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the 1st half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. On 3rd down, Jackson. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Browns drive about to get started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield going for the deep ball. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. And And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. From the red zone now, Mayfield. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Working out of the gun, Mayfield flushed out right. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Seibert's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Now Jackson on 1st down. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Snead's got it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
We got this.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down, Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a third down. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Here's Jackson to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson, flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
It's a gain of 8, but it brings up 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Andrews. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Jackson now, 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Jackson, he's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. And he moved left there, Charles Little. Danger play. He didn't throw toward that left side, went over the middle. Got the 6, though.
Yeah, he seems like the type of guy that when you told him as a kid, don't touch the stove because it might be hot, he touched it anyway. And this one, he got away without getting burned.
This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tyus Bowser in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing, Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized. Executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Throwing is Jackson. Steps away to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
59 Mike, 59 Mike, check.
Jackson to throw on third down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Yeah, this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. The Browns drive about to get started.
Point it right.
Here we go. Mike, 48. Mike.
A first down throw from Mayfield. Got an open man. It's Ratley. A good pickup there. 26 yards. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, They put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's got his man. That's Landry. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Jackson on 1st down. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion. So here's Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. Past the 20, 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like
up and good, and the lead now down to 20. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 2nd down now, it's Ingram. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. On 2nd and 12, Jackson, he's got his man, it's Andrews. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And a Raven 1st down.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Over the middle, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven 1st. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Buying time to his left. And Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyus Bowser has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of it.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. Mayfield to throw it. Forced out to his left. It's caught by OBJ. Give him 30 yards there. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Regular. 180. Keep it up.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw, Mayfield. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Mayfield's pass, intended for Nick Chubb, incomplete. Coverage there by Earl Thomas.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Now Mayfield on 4th down. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Seibert on for the PAT. And that will cut this lead down to 13. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for the Ravens, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year.
Post-game
and they will
report,
head
players'
back
stats.
home next week.
Finish game.
Meanwhile, for the Browns, they come back to the